Before we begin, I have a challenge for you. Most people are too weak to finish this video. They will click off in the first 60 seconds because the truth hurts. So I am asking you right now, do you have the guts to face yourself? Or are you just another sheep looking for entertainment? If you stay until the end, you will discover if you belong to the 1% or the 99%. Welcome to the den, lone wolves. Look around you. Most people are terrified of being alone. They cannot sit in a room by themselves for 10 minutes. They need constant noise. They need constant validation. They need the herd to feel safe. If the Wi-Fi goes down, they panic. If there is silence, they fill it with meaningless chatter. But I have a question for you. If everyone left you today, if the internet went down, if the applause stopped, who would you be? Most people would collapse. Their identity is tied to others, but there is a rare breed of human. The one who walks alone, the one who does not need applause, the one who finds power in the silence. We call this the lone wolf. Society often calls them antisocial. They call them introverted or lonely. But psychology says something very different. Mental strength is not about how much you can bench press. It is not about how loud you can yell. It is about how you manage your mind when the world is falling apart. Today, we are going to test your soul. I am going to reveal the 7 scientific signs of a true lone wolf mindset. These are not generic motivational quotes. These are psychological markers of the top 1%. Here is the deal. Count how many of these signs you have. If you have more than 4, you are mentally stronger than 99% of the people you know. Let's begin. Sign number 1, you seek solitude, not loneliness. Most people confuse the two. Loneliness is a feeling of lack. It is a weakness. Solitude is a feeling of power. It is a choice. In 2016, evolutionary psychologists Satoshi Kanazawa and Norman Lee proposed the Savannah theory of happiness. They analyzed 15,000 people. They found that for most humans, happiness comes from socializing. This is an evolutionary trait. Back in the savannah, being alone meant death. But here's the twist. For people with high intelligence, the correlation flips. For the lone wolf, socializing too much is actually painful. It drains their battery. It feels like a distraction from their true purpose. Ask yourself, do you feel recharged when you are with a group talking about nonsense? Or do you feel recharged when you are alone in a dark room building your future? If you prefer your own company, it is not because you are weird. It is because your brain is busy. You are building visions. You are solving complex problems. You don't have time for small talk about the weather because you are focused on the big picture. The herd fears the quiet because they have to face themselves. The wolf hunts in the quiet because that is where he finds himself. Sign number 2, you do not blame others. Look at the average person. They are professional victims. When something goes wrong, they look out the window. It's the economy. It's the government. It's my bad luck. It's my toxic parents. They hand the remote control of their life to everyone else. They wait for someone to come and save them. In 1954, psychologist Julian Rotter developed a concept called the Locus of Control. People with an external locus of control believe life happens to them. They are weak. They are fragile. They are leaves blowing in the wind. But the mentally strong have an internal locus of control. They believe life happens because of them. If you lose your job, it is your fault. You didn't make yourself indispensable. If you are out of shape, it is your fault. You ate the food. If you are unhappy, it is your fault. You stayed in that situation. This sounds harsh. Most people cannot handle this truth. But for the lone wolf, this is the ultimate freedom. Because if you are the problem, then you are also the solution. The lone wolf does not wait for a savior. He looks in the mirror and saves himself. Sign number 3, you observe your emotions, you do not become them. There is a myth that strong men have no emotions. That is false. That is not strength. That is numbness. That is trauma. True mental strength is feeling the anger, feeling the fear, feeling the betrayal, and acting anyway. Neuroscience calls this cortical inhibition. It is when your prefrontal cortex, the logic center, overrides your amygdala, the emotion center. A study from the Journal of Neuroscience shows that people with high mental resilience can dampen the fear response in their brain instantly. Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist who survived the Nazi concentration camps, said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response." Imagine a crisis happens. Everyone around you is panicking, screaming, freezing. But your heart rate slows down, your vision gets clear, you become cold. You are not unfeeling, you are unshakable. You treat emotions like data. I am feeling angry. Why? Is this useful? If it is not useful, you discard it. While the world reacts, you calculate. While others are slaves to their impulses, you are the master of your mind. Sign number 4, you know when to walk away. Humans suffer from a cognitive bias called the sunk cost fallacy. This was defined by behavioral scientists Arx and Bloomer in 1985. It means we stay in bad situations just because we have already invested time in them. We stay in toxic relationships for years. We stay in dead-end jobs for decades. We finish a boring book just because we read the first chapter. This is weakness. This is how you waste your life. You are throwing good time after bad time. The lone wolf is ruthless with his energy. He does not care how long he has been there. He does not care how much money he spent. If it no longer serves his purpose, he leaves. He deletes the number. He quits the job. He cuts off the toxic friend. He walks out of the door and never looks back. He values his future more than his past. Can you cut the rope? Or are you dragging a dead corpse with you just because you have been dragging it for 5 years? Sign number 5, you choose pain today for power tomorrow. We live in a world of instant gratification. Uber Eats, Netflix, porn, TikTok. Everyone wants the reward now. Everyone wants the dopamine hit now. In 1972, Stanford University conducted the famous marshmallow experiment. They gave children a choice: eat 1 marshmallow now, or wait 15 minutes and get 2. They tracked these kids for 40 years. The results were shocking. The ones who couldn't wait, they had higher rates of obesity, addiction, divorce, and failure. The ones who waited, they became successful. They became leaders. They built empires. Mental strength is the ability to say no to your impulses. It is going to the gym when you want to sleep. It is investing money when you want to buy a new watch. It is working on your business when you want to watch a movie. The lone wolf eats the pain now, so he can feast on the success later. He plays the long game, and the long game always wins. Sign number 6, you do not complain about change. The world is changing fast. AI is taking jobs, the economy is shifting, relationships are changing. The weak people are crying. They want things to go back to how they used to be. They are fighting reality. Charles Darwin said it best: "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent. It is the one that is most adaptable to change." Neuroplasticity proves that your brain can rewire itself until the day you die, but only if you force it to. There is a concept called anti-fragility. Some things break under pressure, but the lone wolf gets stronger under pressure. He does not fear the chaos, he thrives in it. If the rules of the game change, he learns the new rules faster than anyone else. He reinvents himself. He sheds his old skin like a snake. While the herd is panicking about the storm, the wolf is learning how to hunt in the rain. Sign number 7, you stop trying to please everyone. There is a difference between being kind and being nice. Nice is a sign of weakness. Nice people have no boundaries. They say yes when they want to say no. They are terrified of conflict. They lie to keep the peace. A 2012 study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found a direct link between agreeableness and income. Men who were overly agreeable, nice, earned significantly less money than men who were disagreeable. Why? Because the world respects strength, not submission. The lone wolf is kind. He helps those who deserve it. He protects the weak. But he is not nice. He has iron boundaries. He is not afraid to offend you with the truth. He is not afraid to be disliked. He respects himself too much to be a doormat. If you treat him with respect, you get respect. If you cross his line, you will see the teeth. So, look at yourself in the mirror. How many of these signs do you have? Are you a sheep, waiting for the shepherd to tell you what to do? Or are you a wolf, carving your own path through the forest? Being mentally strong is a lonely road. Most people will not understand you. They will call you cold. They will call you distant. They will call you obsessed. Let them. The lion does not lose sleep over the opinion of sheep. Your solitude is your sanctuary, your mind is your weapon, and your life is your own. Now, I have a challenge for you. I want to know who really made it to the end of this video. Because the weak minds, they clicked off 10 minutes ago. They are back to scrolling TikTok. If you are still here, you are part of the 0.1%. Prove it. Go to the comments below and write, "I walk alone." Do not write anything else, just "I walk alone." This is the signal. This tells me who is ready to leave the herd. If this video woke you up, hit the like button. Subscribe to Brain Reboot. We are building an army of strong minds. Reset your mind, upgrade your life. This is Brain Reboot.